Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. Welcome. It's a morning for me. Yeah, I tell it Tuesdays that I'm recording this. Welcome, it's me, Unconditionally by me, Jackie Quack. Your friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass water medicine woman. Also, Christiana Carn. Christy Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome, all you beautiful divine beings. Right here, too. That's right. If you've never been here before, well, you're always here. We need to stop trying to get there. Because once we get there, we say, I'm here. So we need to be happy being here. Not trying to get there. What is that, right? Our power's in the now and this time. And let's look at Monday. What did we have? Our major arcana yesterday. Gathering together, just flip that out. We're gathering together all parts of ourselves to be fully, wholly, and truly ourselves. Because how are we going to be loved for our whole being if we don't ever let that show, right? At least not by another human being. We're always loved. Our whole being's always loved. Unconditionally by our creator, source, whatever you call that, makes no difference to me. What gets you through, eh? What makes you feel connected? What makes you feel like, whatever that is for you. I don't know. Let's get moving on here. Into our dailies. 133 it says over there. We'll just do our regulars, overalls. And what was that? Yesterday or Monday? It's the major arcana Monday, huh? We had the shield, right? The tower. What's coming down? What's like, look at us. Like, we can take everything from the global scale and bring it right down into our littles, because everything that's happening is a reflection, right? Everything inside is a reflection outside, right? Whether we just in our own selves, in our families, in our own human family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. I love that one. Right? Because we are. We're going to be this peaceful family. And we can do it. Look, some of my cards is upside down. How did that happen? Or is it just the one? It's just one somehow. Let me show you this. Links got upside down in my deck. And if you see the way I shuffle them, for a reversal to happen is unusual. So that's the secrets revealed. See, it just wants to say, I gotta look through there. Just for a quick second, just get quick scan. Only one upside down. How does that happen? Okay, that's the secrets. And 18 is the number on that links. We're leaving links out there. That sneaky linksy. These sneaky links. So it's gathering in that all parts of ourselves, even reading the stuff we kept hidden from ourselves. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe that's what that is about. The tower. Tower, here's these secrets revealed about ourselves. Maybe we kept them even from ourselves. That's what Link says, you know. The Link knows the deepest parts of you. You know, you can go into a journey to that Link's medicine and find out about you. But you see how when I do them, I do like this. They're both face up, and then I go boom and put them all together. So I'm very careful to keep them all straight up. So that way if it's coming in, that means something. The contrary, are we still keeping secrets from ourselves? That's what upside down means. It's not bad or whatever. It's just, you know, oh, we got to look at it. Maybe we're not living that up to that fullest potential of that medicine. Whatever that is, knowing the whole secrets. I know there's some things I've been discovering about myself, and I needed help to do that. Some keys to unlocking me. Yeah, some vibrational keys and a seeker to find me. Not just me, but the inside me that I've been looking for, that I kept locked up because I didn't want that part of me to be criticized or whatever. You know, my favorite parts of me getting unlocked. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, oh, beautiful people. Let's gather all of our energies back to us from the east. Path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the, see, I'm trying to do two things at once. I wanted to mark that so I can do the timestamps after, whatever. With the east coming in, the south, the waters, the emotions, the place of innocence, the child. Calling back all of our energies from the west, the physical, the earth, the woman, a place of introspection. Call back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, the wisdom years. Walking the red road, we go from the south in the childhood. Oh, we have lots of ideas and we don't know how to manifest these needs. We just keep going, right? A lot of it's instant gratification too. We have an idea, we want it met like that, but it doesn't always happen like that. That's where we need to learn that patience. And as we get up into those wisdom years, then we know the good things come to those who wait, right? That's right. And then we follow that passion and spontaneity. We know now how to be spontaneous. As children, we're more impulsive. But spontaneity takes more forethought, right? A little bit, you know, like, yes, I feel this urge, I'm going to go for a drive. But the spontaneity of it isn't just getting in the car and going. It is, okay, make sure you got the gas and all that. So there is some prep time for a spontaneous thing. But it's like, yep, you know, we're getting an inspiration, ideas, and it can be spontaneous when we take that action on it. But it's something that we've been thinking about, and it's been in a gestation period or whatever, right? It's going to happen. And look at that. We can step right into that fires of our passion. Sometimes we're afraid to get into our passions because we're afraid we're going to be burned up. You know? What is that? I don't know. But you can step into that sacred fire and then you can burn off everything that you're not. That's the wisdom up there, the ceremonies. And east to west is the blue road of spirit, right? We come in through that eastern gate with the little babies. And we cry and then people respond to us. And that's how we were learned to react and respond to the world. By the way, we're reacted and responded to. And maybe it was a rough time. We didn't get that unconditional love. Now we can give that. And Spirit's always there with us. And those of us that have gone through really traumatizing times, I believe, I feel that these are the beings that have the closest connection to the Spirit, because it's the Spirit that helped to get you through to survive all that. You know, brain's good with being able to disassociate and keep us safe from things, but there's intelligence in there too. Beyond the intelligence of this human brain, the intelligent capabilities of this, right, is very limited. But that Spirit is not. No matter what, that Spirit is with us. And if we tap into that Spirit, then we're going to be responding at our highest level, you know, from that place of healing and groundedness, and not from that wounds and not projecting more. What is that? So tap into that Spirit. That's the free will. It's always there for us. You know, when we're not feeling loved here, not accepted, we've always got that Spirit here accepting us. We can entertain them. That's how we advance. That's how Spirit wants us to advance, to connect with them. And we all advance together. We all, right? No one's left behind. No exceptions. Creator loves us all. No exceptions. We look for blame and all that. This is how we advance. When we stop looking to pin the fingers on all that, this is part of the human experience. We all came here to be human. We all signed up for these things on some level. This is what I believe. Whatever you believe, to each their own, whatever floats your boat, okay? But listen to that wisdom inside of you. Tap in. You have that, and that's how we advance in our lives, when we tap into that internal wisdom, and we're following that, because we're never going to be happy trying to follow somebody else's idea of what we should be. Does that make sense? It has to come from within, or it's not going to be able to maintain. Just like with the addictions or anything like that, it has to come from within. To do it for somebody else builds that resentment. I remember one alcoholic boyfriend I had, he was telling about the ex above, below, and that ex had a problem with his drinking and within. It's like joking around. Honest, honey, I don't want to have fun. I want to be with you, right? So then that the drinking was related to the fun. If I give up the drinking, then I'm giving up my fun, and then I'm going to be upset with you about that. It's going to be your fault, right? So we can't change anybody. All that comes from within. And if we can, and if it looks like that and somebody's trying and changing for us, it's not a genuine thing from inside. They're not going to be able to maintain that. They're going to be locking up parts of themselves, right? That's what unconditional love, loving, fully, wholly, and accepting. Even the things that maybe we don't like or that's annoying or whatever, that's just all part of it. Because maybe it's because of the mood we're in, or we need to look inside. Why is this annoying me? Why am I letting that thing get to me? What is this? Is there a secret in there that I didn't know of why something like this annoys me? Has that little one sitting on those secrets? Look at that too. There's our littles. I don't have lots of memories from childhood. So that's where that little can sit on that too, right? So that lynx could be your little inside. All the secrets of what you wanted to be, all those dreams that got locked up because nobody else wanted to hear them. So that's how we can do a self-sabotage too. If we don't think we're ready, we go share that with people that, you know, maybe match our frequency, whatever. Or that thought that we can't do it, that we're not worthy or whatever. So they start bringing up all those things that we were afraid of. We can find that for the outside too, right? We can create self-fulfilling prophecies. We need to get out of our own way and remember that the intuition ain't always going to lead down the easy road. It might not seem easy, but it makes life easier. You take the time. There's some things out there, fundings and things like that. You got to research. It's not out there, but there's lots of help out there. And for those that do that work to help themselves, it's out there. It's there. You find those people that are willing to help you too, because you're not just looking for a hand out, but a hand up. And that's what I offer here too. Hands up to all. I want you to see all the beautiful beings that you are, the beauty that is in you. No exceptions. You all have it, no matter what. No matter what. Again, I'll refer to that shack moving because for what I've seen, the shack, right? And it's that judgment piece at the end. And it just seems so... I'm a visual person myself, so in the way that I believe things, it just seems to explain it clearly. Like that made so much sense, right? Why go look for that judgment? It all started somewhere, right? Everybody comes from dysfunction in family and whatever, this power and control. Man trying to control other man, you know. The biggest war we have is that war within ourselves. And once we stop that war within ourselves, who knows? Maybe we're going to stop warring with everybody else. I don't know. Begin within and see. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Why not? Let's do a little experiment. Social experiment. Global experiment. Everybody begin within. Don't blame anybody else for anything. Right? If you find abusive situation, we don't blame them. We go, okay, I recognize this and I can remove myself from this situation. Yes. And if I can't remove myself, well, there's other resources out there that can help me safely remove myself from this situation. All out there. There's no excuse. We have this ability to respond. There's no secret. Everything's out there for us. If we go. Ask and ye shall find. Noticing those needs and noticing your own needs. Appreciate those days gone by. Master storyteller. Share your stories. This is how we help each other too. It's not by giving advice to each other. By sharing genuineness from that wholeness. Not like, yeah, I quit smoking and that was so easy for me. No, everybody that's a smoker, oh my God, I can't believe what idiots can't quit smoking. Like, I did it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like, let's stop that judgment. Because we don't know anybody's secrets, what they've locked up inside of them. What, you know, they've been taught to be ashamed of or whatever that is. We don't know. So let's stop that judging. We can discern. No, I don't need that in my life. Oh, no, that might look like you're at a level that, you know, I don't need to go back and redo that lesson. So call me when you're done that one. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. But it's that tower of beliefs that's coming. The things that were secrets are coming to the surface. Transparency. You cannot keep those secrets. They always come out. The truth is there. And the truth will be known. The truth cannot be hidden. The truth is like trying to hold that beach ball under the water. It's going to come out. No escaping the truth. Anyways. Sorry, a little personal thing coming out there. Because I feel it. I can feel the sun coming. The truth is coming out. And there's nothing I gotta do about it. I just gotta be myself. And that's right, my unshakable self. Well, my muscle spasms and stuff like that, but I am unshakable. I am in control of my emotions, my ability to respond. That's where our power lies, right? Somebody can trigger you, somebody can offend you. You've got your power outside of you, right? Somebody calls your name, remember, sticks and stones and break my bones, names will never hurt me. Those kinds of things. If we let them in, if we believe those about ourselves, that's when it hurts. So if somebody's calling you a name and it kind of hurts you, whoa, look inside. See how you believe that about yourself and why. And what can you do to switch that up, right? That poor little inside. Stop doing that to that poor little. Look in that mirror and see that little. Talk to yourself like you're talking to that little. Don't be hard on yourself. Okay, I'm being bossy about that. Be kind to those littles inside. They don't deserve any more abuse. They already went through enough. Well, those entitled brats might need some more rules. Love you. Okay, yeah. Top overall energy first. Overall in my balance. So what's going on? Related to your life, that victory. We're looking at those little victories. Look at, you survived 100% of everything. Until now, look at that. Look at those little victories. Every little victory. Did you get up this morning? Victory! Sometimes we just struggle that's it. We need to count every single little victory. Look at it when we're babies, right? Now we respond. When we get that excitement, we want to go more. Unless you're one of my other little guys, the more excited you got, the more he didn't want to do it. Don't draw that attention to me. Some people are just very, and that's okay. Sometimes we want to bring people out of their shells. Well, hey, you know what? Maybe they're comfortable there. And it's not a boundary thing. It's not, they're restricting themselves. That's just it. Some just like to sit back and observe. Our brains have these mirror neurons, so they don't know. We can watch something and we feel like we're doing it too. You ever notice that watching somebody write or whatever? I notice that. My kids playing games and their mouth twitching and my mouth starts to twitch with theirs too. They're those babies. You make faces. That's how we learn. So look at those little victories. Look at how far you've come. Right? We're not these little baby bodies anymore, but those little babies are still there. We need to take care of those, right? We need to take that action and take care of those. We see a need. Noticing needs popped out there earlier, right? That's the story of that antelope saw that people were cold and the people were hungry. It was winter, so, antelope went to Creator, and Creator said, look, the people, I want to offer my life for the people. They can use my skin to keep warm. They can eat my meat to feed them through the winter. So it's that action. So we look at that, and that's a victory. When we can recognize our own gifts, when we can see, like I say, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm really good at it. But when we start noticing what we are doing, and then we can hone that in, and then we become that expert at that, right? Not expert of everything, but in ourselves, right? In this little thing. And even if somebody else does it, it's not your flavor, right? So we take that action. We notice the needs, and then we take that action. But you know what? If we're not noticing our own needs first and what we need, we're going to be projecting our needs onto somebody else. And that might not be what they need. Maybe it'll help, but maybe it won't, because if it is something that they, for me personally, when some were coming in and saying they knew what I need and they were doing this and hauling it out and then telling me what I needed to do after that, I'm like, well, I can't do that. My body's not, so it was what they needed to do. They had a need to be needed. And because I really didn't need them, right? And what they were doing was hurt and they couldn't see that. No, what I'm doing, so let's not get hooked up on what we think somebody else needs. First and foremost, begin within. Know your needs. So you're taking actions based on, hey, you actually see a genuine need out there, right, to help the people. We tap into those gifts, and that's a victory. When we tap into those gifts, we burn off that secret of who we are and what we're here for. We all got a special mission. Yes, we do. I don't know what yours is. I'm trying to figure out mine. Getting closer, figuring out what I'm doing. Right? Let's reflect. Our reflections, a creative energy. We're thinking about it before we do it. Actions before we think. We had that spontaneity, but we do have to do a little forethought to that. See, and it's looking at those options and those viewpoints. Sometimes we get so scattered and we need to look at what are the viewpoints we took on of others. What's their opinions of us? Were we living up to a reputation? Are we building on that character? Right? And we think we don't have any options. I just got to live up to this reputation. This is how everybody sees me. Nobody's ever going to see me any other way. So I might as well just do it. Well, no. Is that what you really need? No, we need to live from our wholeness. That's what the world needs the most too. For you to be fully you. Every single one of you, no exceptions, right? Right? And we're protected as we do that. We're safe. We feel safe to explore. Right? Another thing of viewpoint options. If we look at ourselves and we accept all parts of ourselves, and we tune into that, we can tell. We can tell when somebody's sharing something and they're just talking out their ass, or it's just about them and it's not really seeing us, or maybe they're only seeing their own needs and they're trying to project their needs onto us. Whatever that is. That source, when we tune into that source, we know who we are. It doesn't matter what anybody's viewpoints or opinions are. We still live from our wholeness of who we are. We are in control, kind of, sort of our lives. Are we? I don't know. What is it that you believe? I believe we're all protected. All 100% fully, wholly protected and accepted and loved by our Creator, whatever you call it. Yeah. That's it. We are. Yeah, Link's going to share those secrets. That generous protector, the raccoon. See, the raccoon, the big guy, he sit down and keep watch. But he'd always get the best stuff because he's keeping an eye out. As the other ones are going to raid the can. Have you seen that Over the Hedge? I love that movie. It's so cute. Bruce Willis does the voice of the raccoon. But stands out. He watches, right? So he gets the best morsels. But he's taking care of the rest of the group. And he's going to set off alarm if anybody else is coming, right? What is that? So we need to be that little generous protector in here. Let that little feel safe to explore. Because a child, when they have a secure attachment, will actually wander off further from the parent. So if your child is wandering off far from you, you know what? Pat yourself on the back. That child feels secure and safe with you. That they will go further to explore. It's the truth. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Look at it. It's about development, attachment theories, and all that. That's a healthy attachment. Healthy attachment. And also, the parent that they feel the most secure with and the most protected by will get the most outrageous behaviors. It's true. It's true. They get the most disrespect and all that because the child knows that love's unconditional. It doesn't matter what I do. You're going to love me no matter what. So I can release all these people because, hey, maybe there's another parent or there's somebody else where that love is conditional. That child's only accepted if they act a certain way. So again, if your child is, bouncing off the walls with you and, hey, it doesn't do it at this one or that one or whatever, well, that's because your child feels safest with you. So, there you go. Good for you. Good for you. Let that child explore. Okay? Be that generous protector. But you know what? Don't push your stuff on your children either. And look, what's been pushed on you. We're burning that off, right? Links will let us know the secrets, what we stored up so that nobody could get to those, right? Those special gifts. So that we could take action on those special gifts that we have. That nobody was able to touch or take. Because, hey, what Creator is given, what Source is given, no one can take away. Right? No way. Okay, action. 23:55 it says over there. 23:55. That'd be 5. Change gon' come. It's the changing times. And how are we going to respond to that? That's the action. Taking that time to respond. We have that ability to respond. We can react or we can respond. Somebody calls us a name, we can react right out of it, or we can respond and go, Think about that and go, do I? Because sometimes the best response is no response at all. Sometimes the best response is silence, because sometimes that's all they're trying to do, is to get you into a back and forth. And as soon as you go, don't call me that, you're that, I'm rubber, then you're going back and forth. And then what do? Then we get spiraling down. No secret to that. That's what happens. Look at us as the kids and all. And oh my goodness, adults act more immaturely than children. They say kids are cruel. Where are the children learning this from? You know, yes, parents to a certain extent, but then there's all those around them too. So it's not 100% the parents either, because there comes a point where parents aren't the main influences, right? And then we can deceive ourselves if we think that is. And then we take full responsibility for everything I have with my children. I failed my children. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not the only one that play in this. And there's others with very strong opinions and viewpoints. And they really push them on everybody else. And that's not what's best, because they're not genuinely looking through and responding to what that child actually needs. It's what they think. Ouch, I just hurt my head. And those are those ones that need to be needed, will keep their children dependent on them. You're not doing your child any favors. So look at that. Why do you do all this stuff for your children? Is this for your children's benefit? Or is it for yours? Let's not deceive ourselves. Let's look at the actions we take. Whether it's that inner child, outer child, whatever it is for you, okay? Apply it to your own life. You know your own life better than anybody else, okay? So check within and look at that. How have we deceived ourselves in that? We want to do things for our children. We want to give what we never had. Maybe we're trying to balance out, right? Oh my goodness, I was always giving, so now I'm going to go take. Where, you know, taking is not a positive, loving energy. Opening to receive, right? And then sometimes if we keep looking again, we could be looking over here going, look at it, I keep pouring it out. They never give it back. It's not coming back, and I just keep pouring it out. But we're not looking over here. And there's somebody over there going, I just keep pouring it out, and they're not giving it back. So we need to look. Thank you. That's that gratitude. You know what? I'm going to discern that these people just keep taking it. Here it's a back and forth. So I'm going to put more time and energy here, because this is usable energy. This is where we're both benefiting from it. This here, neither of us is benefiting from it, because this is energy vampire just sucking it out of you. They're going to go use it up as fast as they suck it out. It's not staying there. So you feel drained. Everybody feels drained. Nobody's helped in those toxic energy relationships where it's about, let me give and take, right? It's about giving and receiving, right? Offering and receiving, right? I don't know, look at that. How do you respond to those things like that? How do you respond? Wow. When your child gets in trouble. When you yourself have done something wrong. How do you respond? Do you get hard on that little in there? Do you take action to change that and to make amends or whatever that is, and whatever's in your control to do? What is that? We're still sitting here whining, going, I was a victim of abuse. There's nothing I can do. This is just who I am. This is how it is. Or that deception. Hey, I was beaten and abused and all that, and I turned out just fine, so I'm going to continue it on. What is that? There's a deception. Woo! Deception that we have to go through suffering. That deception, deceiving ourselves. We have to suffer. We have to go without. This is it. We have to repent, pay repentance, and suffer. We can learn as much through joy. Look at that child. When they're loved unconditionally, can explore further. They learn more. So they feel more safe, more secure. They'll have more victories. They'll take more actions. They won't be held back by that fear, because they'll see the fear is created in our own minds. But there's also that fear that keeps us safe. So what is that for you? Look at that. And then laugh at ourselves. Let's laugh at ourselves where we thought, I thought I was keeping myself safe here. I'm keeping myself shut in. What is that? Laugh at ourselves. Laugh that we ever believed these lies about ourselves, right? Right? And that we kept getting diverted. There's a 23 again. 22, 23. Right? So that's what we're doing to her. We're seeing past how we distracted ourselves, how we diverted ourselves. You know, I'm not going to focus on my stuff. I'm going to go focus on somebody else's stuff. Oh, it makes me feel better because somebody's worse off than me. Whatever. We get into judging others too, because we judge ourselves. When we stop judging ourselves, maybe we'll stop judging others. We stop fighting ourselves. Maybe we'll stop fighting others. We notice our own needs. Maybe we'll start noticing the needs, the true needs of somebody else. And we're not going to be pushing our needs onto them, right? Free will, not force will. 2950. Here we go. Okay, up in that counting. Action, victory. Okay, let's thank you. Grandmothers, goddesses, all my relations, thank you. Oh. One at a time. So give us a little bit deeper on that action and that victory. It's all different for each of us. We're each got something to give, right? And we've got to let that go. Are we hanging on to our gifts and not letting that go? So 5 of Bowls, letting go. Opening up and receiving and seeing the victories. Letting go of seeing it only in one way. It had to be this way. And since it didn't go this way, it's done. It's over. I can't go on. I don't know. What is that? We're letting go. We're releasing. And we're taking action. You know, letting go, thinking there's nothing that we can do. We take that action. We make that move that we're guided to do. We've got that balancing, see? There's that generous protector. This one's safe to explore deeper into those deeper waters of emotions. Look at that victory when we come into those relationships and we have healthier relationships and we take actions based from there in our relationships. Not because you need me. I'm not keeping you close. I can let go and have you explore your own self and be your own true self and define that action that you need to take in this world. To help you and support and celebrate those victories with you every time you discover a little bit about yourself. Yay! Love it! So this is what we need to do. We need to do that for that little inside too. Get that safe place. And a lot of times we go to places where we're not safe. The people that act like these generous protectors, but they're not. They're not. That action, we're reflecting on that. And now we've got enough to know. Okay, so I've got enough experience in my life. Now I know. I'm tuned into these signals that let me know when somebody's just trying to take advantage of me. It's their need to be needed. You know, it's about them. It's not really about me, right? Helping me so they can say, oh, I do all of this, and they're so ungrateful. But what you're doing isn't helping. What is that? So aim higher than that, right? Right? We're not just, I'm not helping you to give myself credit or to make myself feel better or to make myself look good. No, I'm helping you because this is going to help the world too. We all begin within, right? I aim higher. You shoot for those stars. Even if you miss, you're going to fall among them, right? But if you practice that focus, even blindfolded, you're still going to hit that mark. So we keep aiming high. We keep aligning our thoughts with the divine, the highest and best interest of all. See, know that we're fully supported. Spirit is always there with us, no, whatever you call it. Right? Coyote, the buffalo, abundance and peace, being able to see through that. The grandmothers helping to support that. Aim high. It's helping you to get in touch with your character. Aiming high. We're not going for viewpoints and who the truth. We're aiming high, right to the truth. Not just a simple opinion or whatever. No, the truth. The truth. The divine truth. Not just man's truth, because man will lie to himself. So then, you know, those are the greatest liars, is the ones they lie to themselves. They feel like they're telling the truth, but they're not. They've convinced themselves it's the truth, but it's not. So we need to aim higher and align with that higher self of ours. Align with that part that's connected to that divine infinite wisdom and to the wisdom of our Mother Earth and all our ancestors that walked here before. And laugh to think that we don't have that connection to them. Diverting ourselves from anything else because it's money. We're focused on money, my money, my money. And success. Oh man, we don't need, I love that. The world doesn't need more successful people. It needs more happy, peaceful, loving people. Right, not going to take their shit out on everybody else. Going to be responsible for themselves and not to see themselves think it's everybody else's fault. Everything that's gone bad in my life is somebody else's fault. We need to clean that up in all of us. We've all deceived ourselves in that way because we've all been victims in some way. So look at this one flips that way, restoring that balance, and then this one fell out here too, and that's steadfast mind. See, we aim high and we keep that focused on the highest and best interest of all. We look at how we've already used the resources or how we can use these resources now. How can we turn this shit around, transmute this shit, and stop lying to ourselves, stop deceiving ourselves, and live from the truest, holiest, fullest part of ourselves unapologetically, right? Because we all belong here, no exceptions. We all have a job here to do, no exceptions. We need to restore this balance in ourselves. It begins within. It's not going to happen on the outside if it doesn't happen on the inside first, because the outside is always a reflection of the inside. Inside individually, inside all of humanity. Look at that. Ecstasy, that balancing, that equilibrium, the lovers in the traditional deck, balancing the male and the female, the giving and the receiving, balancing with that in ourselves. It all begins within. Let's laugh at ourselves. We don't think, if we denied any parts. Sometimes we demand, right? We deny the parts of that's the woman part. Crying. Oh, you're such a sissy. Oh, you feel like, come on. See, the woman is the weaker sex. Who's the one that pumps the babies out of there? And then the man got to do the sun dance to be able to kind of feel what that is. I don't know. I'm not dogging on the man. Again, we've got to stop that war of the sexes inside of us, because that's all parts of ourselves. Right? That's the wise priestess energizing other, the power lodge of the pipes, being that clear channel. We don't have to be in constant physical contact. We can still energize each other, send our love out, connect, communicate through that spirit. All this stuff that we do with devices, all these capabilities are in our brains. We can do that. It takes a little more work. But look at how did they do that before all this stuff come along? Telepathic communication. Yes, it is possible. But because we get hooked up on all these things and instant gratifications, we don't really put that time into it anymore. But there's a secret. We can connect wirelessly, instantly. Right? We can do these astral travels. Look at that. If we open our minds and expand that vision, we only limit ourselves. Humans are limited. Spirit is not. So look at that. Find that balance within yourself. Laugh at anything. Be able to laugh at yourself, okay? Be able to laugh at yourself. Toughen up that skin so you're not offended. Never mind toughen up that skin. I don't. It's either, right, we're not going to get offended, but if somebody doesn't respect, say somebody calls you a name, say, look, okay, that hurt my feelings when you call me that. And if they don't respect that and they keep doing it, well, then we can discern that, okay, well, the longer I'm around here, around you, and you keep doing that, it doesn't show respect for me, so I'm going to discern that I'm going to take my life over here and, I'm not going to socialize with you much anymore, right? Hey, to each their own. You want to keep joking around like that? Hey, maybe you got a group, they all kind of razz each other. That's just the way they are. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to take myself out of here. So I'm not going to feel bad for you keep calling me this name, and you're not going to feel bad because you're not really meaning to hurt my feelings, but that's just you. Whatever it is. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. What's that all say to you? Because it's all about finding those victories and letting go and being more free to be us. Letting this little be what that little wanted to be when they grew up. Right? It's steadfast mind focusing. We're aiming high. Shoot for those wildest dreams, right? You're going to get there closer. Or maybe you'll see that that's not what I wanted. It was a diversion from over here or whatever that is. What is it for you? Tap into yourself. You find those secrets. Links will help you. Or any other guide that you have. There doesn't have to be links. Whatever. The whole point. Begin within. Talk to that little inside. You be that generous protector for that little. And not above anybody else, because every little belongs here. Everyone, no exceptions. We're deceiving ourselves if we don't think so. Right? Even when we had abusers and all that, they were abused too. They learned it from somewhere. And then we pass it down. And that's where we got to stand up and say, no, this stops here. I am not passing this on. These cycles stop with me. And I'm going to do that work. I don't care how hard it is. Because it's going to make it easier for those ones to come. And as we keep doing that, we keep standing up. It keeps getting easier. And it keeps getting easier. These peaceful protests. You know, we had the Gandhi. We had Jesus coming along. We have all these peaceful examples ahead of us to show us other ways that it doesn't have to be through that suffering. It's part of it. But are we letting go of that suffering? We can let go of that suffering and embrace that joy. I love you all. Thank you so much. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes. Thank you for being you, shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what? This world really needs you to shine like only you can. Don't keep your light a secret. The world needs to see the beautiful being that you are. You're here for a purpose. We all are, no exceptions. And if you don't shine your light, this world is going to miss out. And if you need to call, you need to reach out, and there's nobody getting back to you or anything, even just to spill some things out in an email for you, whatever, that's okay. I will never judge. I will read it. I will send love. I might not be able to get back to everybody, you know, but I'm always sending that love anyway, so I might not be able to text back or anything like that, but I'm always here, and I'm always sending love. I will always, always. And then you watch for those ravens and crows around to help with the distant magic. Okay. Because I know there's somebody I'm thinking of out there having a hard time. You're a little far away from me right now. A child, a love is like a child of mine too. So I am here and always sending you love. Out there on the East Coast, okay? Love you, love you, love you, love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let's laugh. Let's celebrate. Let's see how we've been diverting ourselves and get back to our truest whole self. Woohoo! And shine it all out. Shine it out. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Love you all. Thank you.